Fox News medical contributor Dr. Mark Siegel, who has a few things to say about this, as does entrepreneur Jen Groover, and Fox News contributor Leslie Marshall joining us from L.A. And Leslie, you got a lot of, if I'm not mistaken, your husband's a medical doctor. You got a lot of family members who are medical doctors. You've looked into this as closely as anyone. What do you think? Did Republicans have any kind of a shot for repealing it as long as President Obama is president?
I don't believe so. One, they don't have the votes in the House. Sorry, Ben Nelson's one guy. That doesn't add up to 60. I'm not a mathematician, but that's pretty simple.
The Senate
not going to have it in the Senate. The president is going to veto it. And this is why. The president ran on three main things, one of which was health care reform. For him to back down, he is spitting in the face of all Americans, which was the overwhelming majority of people who voted in the last presidential election for him. And I'm sorry, with all due respect to Congressman Nunes, the polls do not show repeal. Isn't he spitting in the face of most Americans who don't like it right now? There's a difference, David, between not liking parts of it and wanting it repealed. And all of the polls that I see, when you read all the questions, it's not a full repeal. Nobody, like the president says, even Republicans want kids not to be insured. And David, you know the economy much better than I. If we don't have Americans insured, they will storm the emergency rooms, there will not be enough physicians to see them, and it will bankrupt the economy again.
Well, Dr. Siegel, aren't we in danger right now of losing physicians as a result of too much pressure because of this new health care bill on our system?
Absolutely. We already don't have the physicians we need to see the patients. And as far as storming the emergency rooms, give everybody Medicaid, they're going to storm the emergency rooms. In terms of what the congressman said, by the way, Medicaid, 16 million more people are going to be added 2013, 2014. The state exchanges, 2014. In the meantime, David, there's going to be a big rollout of regulations, all unpopular. By the time this comes to 2013, you're going to see a repeal. In other words, there's a big buildup to this. The big parts of this bill are coming in 2014. There's plenty of time to repeal it. There's going to be a big buildup to repealing it. I predict when we get if the president is not in office at 2012, that's when you're going to see a repeal.
Jen, we've already seen, of course, there may be some compromise on certain provisions of the health care bill that will fall heavily on businesses. The president himself has suggested maybe some of those rules could be changed, 1099, et cetera. But all of the various ways in which this weighs on small business people like yourself is going to create a new wave of dislike for this bill, won't it?
It will cause us to not be hiring. It will cause the unemployment rate to stay where it is, and that's the biggest downfall of it. What I love about Boehner being in now and having this power to also be a voice for small business owners. He's very passionate about the small business owners of America, and I believe that there's going to be some sort of compromise, because Obama's going to realize he's not going to win his reelection if he does go through with vetoing this over and over again.
His premier, his signal project is health care.
It is.
And I don't think he's going to give an inch on this.
I don't know. I feel like after listening to his speech and understanding that what you're shoving down the throats of other people is not being received as well as you thought it would be, and we're not saying, well, you know, it's okay, you were voted on.
Talking about his press conference yesterday.
Exactly.
I didn't notice a lot of real give on health care, though.
Well, there's a lot of unpopularity coming. Doctors are about to get hit with a 23% cut with Medicare over the next month. Again, another Band-Aid. Jen's talking about small businesses. Again, small businesses are going to be penalized. They're going to drop employees. They're going to go to the state exchanges. You're going to see tax increases and penalties.
All right, we got to leave it at that. We want to hear from you folks. You can send us an email by logging on to our very own website,